Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to Hello Monday. Today I'm going to be making a Thanksgiving card and I'm going to be using the Thankful stamps and matching dies from the latest Essentials by Ellen holiday release. And I'm going to start by making my background. I'm using the watercolor paper and I put it on a nonstick craft sheet so I'd keep my work surface clean. And these are the distress stains. I love these things. I am collecting them in all the colors because I love them so much. Anyway, this is weathered wood. I thought it would be a perfect neutral. And I did not care if my stripes were perfect. I wanted a very loose watercolory look. So I'll set that aside to dry and start mounting my stamps. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get all of them mounted at one time onto acrylic blocks. Some of them are going to get stamped on one color cardstock and some on another. And you should know that I own lots of acrylic blocks because I cannot stand it if I have to dismount a stamp to put another stamp on the block. So I like to have everything mounted at one time so it doesn't mess with my mojo. Just saying. So I'm going to stamp all the images with Versamark ink. I already prepped the cardstock previously with the powder tool. I think you saw me do that a few seconds ago. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply gold embossing powder. And this is Stampendous Pirates Gold. It has a really soft gold effect. And just go ahead and get all of my images covered with embossing powder, then throw them into a cardboard shoebox lid. And I preheated my heat gun, and I love using the cardboard box there because if I don't, I can easily warp my cutting mat. Ask me how I know. Been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. So it keeps everything contained and it keeps me from melting my cutting pad. So now I'm going to take the dies and get everything loaded onto the platform of my Big Shot, and I'm just using that micro pour tape to keep everything anchored in place. And then I'm going to go ahead and send them all through the Big Shot at one time, toss them in a bowl so I don't lose any of my pieces while I'm working. I'm going to take the greeting. I borrowed this from the Autumn Acorns that was released last year, and just go ahead and stamp that with jet black archival ink onto some scraps of watercolor paper and trim it out by hand. I have a little bucket I like to keep on my work surface there so that I keep my scraps contained. And then I wanted to get some splatters onto the background here. So I'm going to take Distress Paint. Now this is different from the stain because it's a thicker intensity. It is acrylic, but it has a different formula. So it's going to give me more intensity, a little bit more thickness, and it does take longer to dry. So I did need to heat set it for a little bit there to get it all dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and mount this panel to a base card I've made from Nina Solar White. It's just a standard A2 card, 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches. And then I'm going to take some black thread I picked up at the fabric store and just make a messy nest, wrap it around my fingers, and then of course I have to futz with it a little bit to make it, spread out and messy like I want it. And then I'm going to 3D mount all these images there with foam mounting tape on the back. And a couple of the pieces are the stems are a little bit longer than I needed, and I couldn't tuck them in because I've got that foam tape kind of blocking my path there. So I just whack off the ends. I just eyeball it, and if it looks like it needs to be trimmed off to make it fit, I do that. And then I'll flush mount the greeting there with just some tape runner and have that flat right there on the surface. It looks kind of popped up, but it's really just flat. And then for further embellishment, I'm going to take these gold glittery enamel dots. I think these are by My Mind's Eye, but Studio Calico and Doodlebug Design also make these glittery gold enamel dots. You can see more still shots and details on the Classroom blog, and all the supplies are available at ellenhudson.com. Thanks for watching.